Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Timoncello and today I'm going to make the Alabama Slammer. Why is it called the Alabama Slammer? Honestly, don't know. There's never actually any proof of why it's called that. But what I do know is that I first came across it when watching the movie Cocktail with Tom Cruise. It's a pretty old school movie. And both the cocktail and the movie come from the dark ages of the cocktail era. Knowing that like the Prohibition era, the time surrounding it, had some really good cocktails, and right now we're living in the cocktail renaissance. Also having some really good modern classic like the Porter Martini, Espresso Martini, the Gin Basil Smash. This era was late last century, so 80s, 90s, bit of the 70s, and a lot of people agree upon the fact that this era just didn't have good cocktails. They didn't use fresh fruits, but store-bought. Didn't use homemade syrups, but store-bought, and cocktail balances were just off. It was way too sweet, and I understand that it's too sweet when I look at the ingredients in this one, because the only slight acidity you get is from the orange juice I'm using. There's no lemon or lime or grapefruit, but still a well-known drink. So some people do tend to like this one, and on this channel I don't want to judge before I drink, and that's why I wanted to make this drink myself, to come and find out. So without further ado, let's add ice to both the glass. We're using a long drink glass. And to the shaker, of course. Alright. And then it's going to be all equal parts, except for the orange juice, by the way. But for the boozy ingredients, it's going to be equal parts, all ounces, 30 mils. And I'm opening up this bottle because I'm using Sloe gin. So a gin with Sloe, which is sloe berry infused. This one is from Hayman's, which normally makes Old Town gin. So Old Town is a bit on the sweeter side of gin compared to like longer dry styles. And well, I've never actually had this one, and the reason why I bought such a small cute bottle is well, the not real reason is because it was cute, but that's the fun reason. The real reason is because the Alabama Slammer is actually the only recipe I know that uses Sloe gin, and I didn't want to spend more money on a big bottle that I'm probably never going to use again. So that's your real reason. 1 ounce. I've never had this actually before. I do want to try it. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, sloe berries are more of like a sweeter, sweeter forest fruit compared to like red currants, black currants. More like raspberry sweetness, you know. Well, next up, Southern Comfort. If you don't know what it is, it's a whiskey liqueur. Well, would be whiskey liqueur. I don't know if this one actually uses whiskey. It says so, but I know that there was a time where they just used a neutral grain spirit. And it's sweetened with fruits, honey. It's actually really sweet, this one. It's 35% alcohol. It's from New Orleans, made by the Cedric company. Yeah, I think it tastes a bit like candy and a bit like energy drink. That's my specs at least. None of that is in there, but some people like it, some people don't. Next one, Amaretto, using Disaronno. I don't think there's any need to explain what that is. Like I said, 30 mils, 1 ounce. And for the orange juice, I'm using 2 ounces, so 60 mils. Alright. And I shake. Oh, by the way, some recipes call for grinding, but it's not necessary. And I thought, well, that would just be too sweet because anything already is sweet in here. Let's get our drink. Strain it in. Not using a fine strainer because I'm already pouring over ice. And I also already fine strained the orange juice, so there's no actual pulp in here. One thing I forgot, must throw. Be right back. Alright. I think it needs a little more ice. Well, 1 ice cube will do. Using metal straw, by the way. And I'm going to cut off a slice. I'm not going to use half a slice, by the way. Alright, I don't like that. Perfect. Just stick it right in. And it also goes for maraschino cherry. But since they were in the dark ages, I wouldn't use actual maraschino cherries. They would probably use those neon red cherries. So that's what I'm going to do too. And just lay it on there. And there you got it, the Alabama Slammer. Oh, let's taste. Here goes nothing. Okay, yeah. Honestly, I get both sides. There's no balance as in a sweet sour ratio or a sweet bitter ratio or salt sweet or salt spicy, whatever ratio, is basically just a mixer. And if you compare it to like a Bacardi Cola or a vodka Red Bull or whatever, like Malibu Cola, this is a good mixer, but it's actually a cocktail, and that's what people compare it to. I mean, it's still a good drink, but it's definitely not one of the best drinks. I can easily sip on this when I want one, but I guess it's not for anybody. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and press the bell icon. Then I'll see you next time. Cheers.